Katelyn Lesk, and I wanted to tell you a quick story based on this track jersey I found yesterday when I was cleaning out my closet to donate some clothes. And it was a memory that I had completely forgotten about, but it really impacted my perceptions about belief and what we're capable of, and it still affects my life today. So I wanted to share this story with you. When I was in middle school, I ran community track, and I was by no means the fastest runner on the team. In fact, I was pretty slow compared to the other kids. And I used to think our 1 to 2 lap warm-up was really tough and challenging, which a lot of new runners do, but just to give you an idea of where my starting point was. So I remember this one specific practice where it was towards the end of practice, and our coach told us we had to run an Indian mile. And basically what that is, we were assigned a leader who was an older guy on the track team who was one of the fastest guys on the team. He was about 5 or 6 years older than us. And he had to lead our group of about 12 people through this run. And basically what you have to do is you have to run single file around the track. And the leader starts with a baton, and they pass it to the person behind them who passes it back, and back. And then when it gets to the last person in line, they have to sprint all the way to the front of the line and start passing the baton again. So basically it's a slow and steady run with a few sprints in between when it's your turn to run the baton to the front of the line. So when I heard we had to run this, I immediately got a huge knot in my stomach, because not only did we have to run a mile, which was farther than I had ever run before, but when you're running in the style of an Indian run, you also have to keep up with the pace of the team. Because if you start to slow down, you can't grab the baton from the person in front of you when they pass it back. And you also have the person right behind you that's going to be right on your heels. So you really have to keep up with the team pace. So I am terrified. I'm starting to think, should I leave? Should I run home? Should I say I can't do it? How am I going to get through this? So fortunately, before I had time to think too much about what I was going to do, we were already lined up and our coach blew the whistle and we had to go. So I can already feel my heart pounding in my chest. And it wasn't from the running, it was from my nerves, because I was so worried I wasn't going to be able to do this and I didn't want to let my team down. But by the time I kind of regrouped mentally, we were already about halfway around the first lap. So at that point, I started to notice kind of the rhythmic pounding of my team members' feet on the track. And I sort of started to focus on that for a little bit. And before I knew it, we had finished the first lap. And by the second lap, about halfway through, I started to finally feel like I was kind of in that rhythm with the team. And I sort of started to calm down a little bit. So I was still doubting myself, but I was at least there, still standing, still running. And before I knew it, lap 2 was over. So now I'm starting to get a little excited because we're more than halfway done, but I still worried that I wasn't going to be able to complete the last 2 laps. So I just did my best to focus on the person's back who was right in front of me, who was leading me. And I kept telling myself, I just need to stay near this person. I just need to stay near this person, 1 foot in front of another. And I'm just saying that to myself over and over and over. And I kind of got in this zone. And it was tough because my legs were heavy. They were feeling really heavy, and I was just sweating. The sun was pounding down on us. It was a hot summer day, and I'm sweating, and I wasn't sure, but I was sure that I could put my foot in front of the next, 1 foot in front of another. So each time I took a step, I knew I could take the next one. And that was what got me through laps 3 and 4. So by the time we finished, we had run a mile, and I was so excited. I couldn't believe it. I had set this limit on myself that I couldn't do it, and here I had just completely shattered that. So what happened, though, when we finished the mile was that some of us decided to keep running, just to see what we were capable of. I knew other people could run 2 or 3 miles, but I didn't think I could. I didn't think I was strong enough. I didn't think I was fast enough. I didn't think I was disciplined enough. I didn't think I could keep up physically or mentally. But at this point, we had already completed what our coach had assigned to us, so I knew I could quit at any time. And so I started to wonder, what am I capable of? So there were about 6 of us at this point, and we kept on going. And I remember thinking, wow, I can't believe I've hung in there, and now I'm still going. So I'm actually starting to get really excited and energized, and I'm feeling inspired, and I can feel the adrenaline start to kick in. So by lap 5, there was only 3 of us left. It was me and my best friend Eileen, who was a really good athlete, and Mike, who had been the leader. So we've now completed 5 total laps, so a little over a mile and a quarter, and we're still going. And I'm still feeling excited, and I can't believe it. And what was so symbolic to me was that not only was each lap proof that I could do more than I ever thought I was capable of, but each step was more than I ever thought was capable of. So with each step, I was breaking a record for myself. With each step, I was shattering a boundary. And with each step, I was increasing my belief and self-confidence. And the final tally, we ended up making it to 2 miles, which for somebody who had never wanted to run more than the 2 laps we ran for warm-ups, that just completely was something I'm so proud of and something I was so excited about. And it's something that I carry into my life now. So anytime I'm starting something new, or I'm getting discouraged with my work, or I'm coming up against disappointments and struggles in my life, I think, you know what? If this is really meaningful to me, I don't have to worry about the bigger picture. I can just put one foot in front of another. So I encourage you, if you're tackling something that's really meaningful to you, that no matter what happens, when the going gets tough, you just keep going 1 lap at a time, 1 step at a time, and show yourself what you're really capable of. Good luck.